All right, so last time I told you that there were things such as conjugate acids and bases. Let's go ahead and explore that. So we're going to take a look at a different reaction. NH3 plus H2O goes to NH4 plus OH minus. Note here now I'm using a different arrow. This way I'm using a kind of two arrows, two half hook arrows. Let me draw a little bit better. Right, two half hook arrows. And so what that indicates is it's an equilibrium arrow. And what that means is that the reaction can go both ways. So think about it as kind of like a two-way street. Some of your molecules are going from left to right. So some NH3s are reacting with H2Os to form NH4 pluses and hydroxides. Other molecules are going from right to left. So some OH minuses are reacting with NH4 pluses to form NH3 and H2O. Anyways, let's start off by labeling our acids and bases. So remember, we're going to label the left side first. The acid is going to be the thing that gives the H plus. And so it itself will become more negative. So let's go ahead and pair them up first. We can see that H2O becomes OH minus, right? That's most of the molecule. And then on the other side, NH3 becomes NH4 plus. So which thing gave the H plus and thus became more negative? It was the water, right? It goes from H2O to just OH, so that's a loss of an H, and then it goes from being neutral to negative, that's a loss of a positive charge, right? It got more negative. So that's the acid. The base is going to be the thing that accepts the H plus, and since it's accepting an H plus, it becomes more positive. Right, and if we think about that, that's the NH3. It goes from NH3 to NH4 plus. It's gained an H plus. So that's the base. All right, so those terms were in terms of thinking of going from left to right. But what if we think about going from right to left, right? And so this is where the conjugate part comes in. And so when we go right to left, if we think about which one is the acid, which one is the base, the NH4 is acting as the acid, right? It donates an H plus. It goes from being NH4 plus to NH3. And so we call that the conjugate acid. And same thing, this OH minus is what's acting as the base now. We call that the conjugate base, right? And so we're thinking about left to right. And so what we say is that NH3 and NH4 plus are conjugate acid base pairs, right? So they always come in pairs. They're always pairs, right? It's thinking about going from left to right or right to left. So just do a couple practice problems and it shouldn't be too bad.